we start with the two-time MVP. Mahomes receives 48 out of 50 first-place votes. Jalen got one. Josh Allen got one. Nick, it's still a great honor for your favorite player. I'm sure you're absolutely thrilled with Mahomes receiving this honor and the way it happened.
The Patrick Mahomes disrespect has to end.
Okay.
It's just an. There have been 2 unanimous MVPs ever. Brady in 2010 and Lamar a few years ago. There should, at this point now, be 4. Mahomes in 2018, when he had 18 more touchdowns and 1,000 more yards than Drew Brees. And Brees got 9 votes. There go my notes. I don't need them. Don't worry about it. And now this year, 2. You want to vote for Jalen?
Yeah.
I vehemently disagree with it, but there is an odd argument that was actually bolstered because the Eagles were so bad without him. That, and we knew when the All-Pro voting came out, one person voted for Jalen there, this could happen. But the Josh Allen vote, and I mean this with total sincerity, that voter should be named and shamed.
Okay.
And that voter should lose. These things matter. We just had people elected to the Hall of Fame. They look at resumes. That voter should lose their vote. And I know what you guys in the audience is thinking. Nick, you're saying this just so you can have a vote. You're damn right. Yeah. You know what? The most accurate sports pundit of 2022 should have a vote in something. And if there is Brew, Josh Allen was Brew's MVP pick. But because Brew is cloaked in integrity and cogent analysis, even he gave up that ghost months ago. So, yeah, it's nice that Mahomes won the MVP, but this is twice now he should have been unanimous, and twice now bad voters have robbed him of that honor. I'm not happy about it. Not happy about it.
Wow, well, look, I do have something in my possession that Nick covets badly, and that is my NBA MVP vote, and I am not giving it up to you, Nick. Right.
That is true.
But I'm going to say this. I agree that Mahomes should have been unanimous.
Of course.
And he should have been unanimous 2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago when he won it. But I'm going to stand up for my preseason pick.
No,
because Josh Allen should have gotten a vote, should be MVP. But you just hit him with a totally biased and unfair assault. All right? And here's the thing. He shouldn't have been MVP, but you can make an argument that he had a better year than Jalen Hurts. All right? Sure. He was 13-3. It's a nice record. Might have been 14-3 had they played the extra game. The Bills beat the Chiefs. Okay. And on that day, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
That was before Halloween.
Just saying, head-to-head, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm just saying he wasn't worthy of that blitzkrieg you hit him with. And then Josh Allen, in the very definition of the word, if you take it literally, most valuable player.
Oh, give him the award because the rest of the team doesn't do enough.
84%
of
Buffalo's touchdowns.
You got to stop
They scored 50 touchdowns. He scored 42 of them.
Mahomes had more yards than any player ever.
Mahomes didn't do that.
No.
And Jalen Hurts didn't even come close to doing that. Josh Allen was, in the literal definition, the most valuable player to his team.
I think Brew was the voter.
I'm just standing up for him.
I think Brew might have an NFL vote, too. He's been hiding from us.
I agree. It should have been Mahomes, but just tone it down a little. Killing Josh.
I could not disagree with you more.
He wasn't better than Jalen Hurts this year?
Well, first of all, when you just look at the data, like if you go to a steakhouse and like 48 people are getting steak, and you're like, you know what? Trout for me. Like, nah, I would have gone with the steak as well. Mahomes should have been the MVP. Can I show you something, or you want to give me a hot take to blow your nose?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So, players to win MVP and win the Super Bowl in the same year. It's an interesting list. Warner did it in '99 with a win. Then a whole lot of else.
Sean Alexander's going to hurt Mahomes in this game.
I'm just telling you.
Good stat.
I'm telling you. So, glass half full, Mahomes has a chance to kind of get in this greatest, add a little feather to his greatest of all time cap. Glass half empty. History doesn't look upon this.
I know that, and you lead the league in passing, you usually don't win the Super Bowl. Playing a number one defense in the Super Bowl, you usually don't win. All of those trends go against Mahomes. Luckily, he's the most talented player we've ever seen. Before we move on to that conversation, I want to add one other MVP thing. Because you don't become the most accurate sports pundit of 2022 without getting some long shots right.
Who said that?
Reuters.
Right.
I mean, listen, Google it.
That's another thing.
So now the NFL MVP voting has expanded. Instead of submitting one name, you submit 5.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but the quarterback who got the 5th most votes was the Prince.
What,
and
a 4th place
he got a 4th and a 5th place vote.
Oh,
Yes,
my
sir.
goodness.
And
He finished 5th?
well, amongst quarterbacks, he finished 5th. He finished, I think,
amongst
7th amongst all players. But then also, you know who got one single 5th place vote? Geno. Which means Geno Smith did get an MVP vote before Russell Wilson. Oh, no! Oh, you laughed at that take, my friend. Oh, that's a true story. Maybe Sean Payton can fix that, but I doubt it.
All I know is Russell Wilson put a scare into the Chiefs
Twice.
in the last month of the regular season.
All right, so the GOAT conversation.
Oh,
If he
okay.
does
We're
win
doing that.
this, well, I asked you. Remember, I said, "Do you want to do it?"
Yeah, go
and then
ahead.
you were like, "Yeah," and then you just did a long soliloquy.
Yeah,
Dying
sorry
to
about
do
that.
Do you think if he wins, he can get a little bit closer to Tom Brady?
Hey, Brew.
Oh boy.
Oh, no, Brew. What did Michael Jordan's statue say?
The greatest there ever was, the greatest there ever will be.
When was that statue made?
1993?
That's exactly
94?
right. How many championships did he have at that time?
3.
How many did Kareem have? 6, right?
6.
Magic had 5.
Yep.
Russell had 11.
Yep.
Yet, back in a simpler time, before we became so obsessed with counting the rings, people looked at that and said, he has amazing stats. He's proven he can play in the clutch. He's proven he's a champion. And the eye test says he's the best we've ever seen. So you know what? Why do we have to wait for him to do more before we say he's the best we've ever seen? So I say that to say this. Does this look like the resume, if he wins on Sunday, of the greatest player ever? What's Patrick Mahomes' regular season look like? We're going to have to roll through a lot of these because it's a lot and it's all number ones. Regular season, Patrick Mahomes, he's first in everything. How's he doing in the playoffs? My guess is he's first in everything. I actually know it because I made the graphic. What about points? Does anyone score more points? No. He's the best ever in that too. What about playoff points when you're playing the toughest teams? Oh, okay, he's the best in that too. What about him compared to Tom Brady? Because while Patrick Mahomes is amazing, he does not have a time machine, so he can't fast forward 15 years. But how's he tracking? Oh, tracking even better than the GOAT with a win on Sunday.
Years as a champion.
Years as a champion,
Won one Super Bowl.
40%.
Years
That's
as
if
champion.
they win on Sunday. This is under the assumption they win on Sunday. So, Brew, you know you want to do it. You called him Jordan-esque,
No,
and I
was the
just
first
gave
one
you
to call him Jordan-esque.
exactly right.
And according to the brilliant historians at Sports Illustrated, I'm the first to say he's the best
You know
we've
what
ever
Sports
seen.
Illustrated is,
And you
though?
jumped on my
Warriors.
bandwagon. But look, Nick,
What?
are you? Because I don't know if you fully said it.
What?
If he wins Sunday, are you saying Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT?
What I am saying is, as we sit here today, everyone, including the Eagles fans, who the only reason they're scared on Sunday is because of Patrick Mahomes, knows he's better than anyone we've ever seen.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And so if they win on Sunday, what he can't do is fast forward his career. What I will sit there on Sunday and say is, he's the best I've ever seen. He wins as far as he's won more than Brady as far as years available to win. And so he clearly
He hasn't, though.
No, he's winning.
Brady won 3 in his first 4 years as a starter.
I understand he also won 3 in his first 14, and my guess is that's not going to happen to Patrick Mahomes. And we have Brady's whole career now to look at. So will I call him the GOAT? I don't know. That's kind of reserved for LeBron.
That's the thing. You can't call him the GOAT. Look, here's what it is. Because the Jordan thing was interesting.
Yeah, because
you know you thought you
I
got
put
me
it on
with
the
that.
tee for
But
you.
here's the difference. Jordan had played 9 seasons already. 9 years. Mahomes has only played 5. All right. Jordan had
Gotten a couple coaches
orchestrated the
fired.
first
Gross.
3-peat since Bill Russell had retired. So he had done things we'd never seen
has
before.
orchestrated the first
And that's
5-peat.
why people said he was the great.
AFC
5-peat.
championship games at home.
The
Never been
AFC
done.
don't count. That
Never been
championship
done.
games
I'm
don't
telling
count.
you, it's never been done.
And here's the thing. Nick's trying to play fast and loose with the numbers.
Those are all firsts.
Yeah,
There's no fast
I'm
or
going to show
loose.
you what the truth is.
Oh.
You are saying Patrick Mahomes, if he wins Sunday, let's assume he does,
Yeah.
that he's on pace to win more Super Bowls
Of
than
course.
Brady?
Wins 40% of the years.
Because in his first 5 years, he will have had 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But at that point, if we had done this same thing with Tom Brady, and said if through his first 5 years he had 3 Super Bowls. Heck, let's go through his first 4 years when he had 3 Super Bowls. You know how many you know what he was on pace to do?
Yes, I understand
Win
that.
17 Super Bowls.
Okay, that's fine, but he also...
I mean, really. And even if you want to go first 5 years, he was on pace to win 13
What about first
Super
10 Super
Bowls.
Bowls? 10 years?
No,
Or
we're not
14
there
years?
because Mahomes isn't there.
Right.
So I'm just saying you can't say he's on pace to do something.
Well, then we
because
can't have the
Brady,
conversation.
Brady was on pace to win more.
No, but here's the thing. He actually wasn't, though, because while
He won 3 of his first 4
I
years.
understand. However, when that version of Tom Brady, no one thought and there was a real argument whether or not he was even the best quarterback in the AFC. Because a lot of people thought Peyton was better, but Brady had the better
Peyton's an
team.
all-time great.
Of course. So the point is, even though they had won 3 in 4 years and then 3 in 5 years, people did not expect them, and they were correct, for them to be able to continue to rip off Super Bowls over the next 5 years, because the thing that had carried them to those Super Bowls, the defense, was turning over. The Chiefs, it's just Mahomes and Reed. And listen, I shouldn't say that. They have Travis Kelce's great. They have great players. But the reason they're here is Mahomes and Reed. But Travis Kelce was there before, and Chris Jones was there.
And he was great.
And was great. And they couldn't get out of round 2. So do you think?
But Brady did lead the league in touchdown passes.
28. Give me a break.
Still, it was a different game. Then you could hit quarterbacks back then.
Back when
and you could hit receivers, so it was a little tougher back then. I hate to tell you. But Mahomes also has to play great. Because Brady has been 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, passer rating almost at 100 in the Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes, as great as he is, 2 touchdowns. I'll give you 3 because he ran for 1.
Well, you
4
might give it to me.
interceptions.
He got it. He ran
and a
in.
64 passer rating. So you leave those out of your little bias.
No, I don't have to.
You like
Still,
play
despite
fast
all
and
that,
loose
he's first and everything. Go ahead.
Flip side.
What?
Mahomes loses.
Oh, God.
Let's say he plays